explain something here to the dear public. I'm not one that stands by idly and harshly criticizes movie. I look for the goodness in film for a reason. And this dude is about to swerve into me while he's on the telephone, and I'm going live and driving. Artemis Fowl, Disney's superstar spy movie for kids, and this movie is like the Men in Black for kids, and that's it. I mean, it's really there we are. Man, I went through a rough spot over here, no internet connection. They took me down. I had no internet connection. Making our runs down here in the good old parts of Florida. So, what part did I leave off on? What part did we break up at? What was the last thing you heard? Yeah, I'm not gonna make Orlando though. It's too contaminated in Orlando, and I ain't in the bubble, so anybody outside the bubble, they in trouble. Now, anyway, like I was saying, I just started all over. Artemis Fowl is Spy Kids, you know, the kid version of Men in Black, mixed with Encyclopedia Brown. Y'all have to look that up if you don't know what that is. And it's not good. It is not a good movie. I think Disney did the best thing in the world by putting this thing out on Disney Plus, because putting this out in movie theaters, it was going to bomb. Artemis Fowl was going to bomb. It is not a good movie. Winter Park is one of the highest places. What are you talking about? Have you seen what's going on in Winter Park? Don't go to Publix. You might just pass out walking through the door. Orlando is lit up in Winter Park. You must don't shop at Publix. Winter Park, that's all it is. Winter Park, all this week. I'm like, man, I can't go to Orlando. I was gonna go see my brother and them and everybody. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go stop in, see my brother, and shoot. I'm gonna have to catch them next year. I'm gonna have to catch them next year. I'm gonna leave a note on the door, say, sorry I missed you. Because I'm dropping like fly. I want to go to Disney, but I don't want to die. So I'll wait till, I'll give it about a year to cool down and, get back insulated. Then I'll go over there to Galaxy's Edge and go see what's popping. But man, Artemis Fowl is foul. I watched that movie and was trying to figure out what was so interesting. You got a kid character who basically it's the role he has to play to be what he is. I don't want to tell the whole movie, but it's his role he has to be the way that he is. And they tried to make a little mini, like Harry Potterish type kid, and it didn't work. Kids were bored, they're confused, they don't know what's going on, and it's just not interesting. And the way they shot this movie and the way they filmed it, I don't know who the director was, because I'm driving, but the movie did not come off well. My rating is 1.5 stars out of 4. You will not remember Artemis Fowl. after you watch it. You'll just be gone to something else. So Disney Plus is the greatest place for it to be. So that worked out for them with Artemis Fowl. For Disney, they saved a lot of money because putting that in the movies was going to be a disaster. I ain't no Quiet Place too. That's one of the movies that people forgotten about that was coming out the very next week, and it got shut down. So they were ready. They did the press run. They did everything. So they were just waiting for it to be released. So I'm like, bet, here we go. Oh, where I'm at, I'm by the University of Florida. Right now as we speak, University of Florida. That's right, Gainesville, baby. What you know about it? You wanted to know my exact location? That's where I'm at. Gainesville, baby. See? Archer Road, Gainesville. University of Florida, baby. What you know about it? Okay, Captain Marvel. You're right. Don't listen to my opinion. Let a 12-year-old tell you about Artemis Fowl. You know what they gonna say? Who? The who that did what? See, a good movie is a good movie. I can tell you exactly if the movie is good as it's not. So, A Wrinkle in Time was a wrinkle up, ball up, and throw in the trash of state of confusion. I don't know what that would have to do to women of color that's young. I cannot say what that film did to them or for them, but watching that film, I felt like the dumbest human being on earth trying to figure that movie out. Now I'm like, I'm a person of color. What the hell is this? I'm like, okay, I played Zelda. I know what a sage is. Okay. And I'm like, I know, we know more about it than the target audience they trying to give it to. I know. It's bad. It's bad. I know. Tell me about it. I hope they don't make an Artemis Fowl 2. I don't think they will. I think this was it. They showed them right now that this movie was not something. They high-fiving each other because they're making money off of it by not spending as much money as they did on it. It's on Disney Plus. It's helping the streaming site. They got something new. Why they trying to wait for Marvel to come along with these damn series that should have been there? They screwed the launch up completely. They should have never just led off with the Mandarin They led off with the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, and then we've been there ever since. Yeah. He said Colin's role was pathetic. I know, tell me about it. Beyonce finna do something for Disney Plus. So that's part of, they're gonna try to justify her 90 million she got. Yep, Cap got a Disney deal too. I didn't know that all the Star Wars movie wasn't on Disney Plus. They all were on Disney Plus. Which ones was missing? Are you talking about like Rogue One or something like that? Because all of them, I own all the Star Wars movies, so I really don't. I got hours and hours of Star Wars footage to get caught up on. Now, I wasn't a really big Pirates fan. I mean, the first one was good. The second one I couldn't stand. The third one was good, and then the last one they did was I thought was pretty good. The last one with Johnny Depp, that is. Well, some of them was good, as long as they take the good ones. I'm just waiting to hear and see Quiet Place 2. Because that's going to be an interesting trilogy. This was supposed to be one movie and that's it. Be done with it. So when you do one movie like this, that's what you're supposed to do. Make one and be done. Oh, this chick then scratched up a Maserati. A Maserati is one of the worst cars to ever get. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's one of the worst cars to get because once it gets damaged, it's super expensive to get fixed. And it's not even worth it. It's not engineered. It's made to be in places like California and Florida. If you hit one big bump in a Maserati and damage, you're looking at about $4,000 in damage immediately if you damage anything in the suspensions up in the front. The parts in so strangely that they want to ensure that people take it back to the shop. So no local mechanic can fix it. And if they do fix it, they can. It takes them forever. So you're going to be paying about $1,000 in labor just for them to get to it. And the parts and everything else, you're looking at about $4,000. Like there's people that won't touch my car. They can't. Because one, they don't have the equipment to do all the requirements for all of the tests that need to be done. So you got to take it to a dealership. They have all that stuff there. So they know how to test all your fluids. Like in some places, they can only change my oil. That's the only thing they can do. They don't know how to get to the trans. They don't know how to do all. They can test it, but they can't refill it. I wouldn't even lease a Maserati. One, Maseratis don't look good. They look like a race car on the streets, and I don't like the grill. I don't like nothing about a Maserati, so it's not even an appealing car to me. I would damn well get a Genesis before I get one of them. Street. Which one would you pick? Marvel movie or Star Wars? You go Shaq, you know that. That's an easy one for me. Star Wars. Star Wars is about story. Marvel movies are about flash and explosions. You gotta realize, not all Marvel movies are great. Iron Man 2 and 3, you can throw in the trash. Thor Dark World, you can throw that in the trash. I mean, it's some Marvel movies that just didn't work. Captain America was the only saga that had 1, 2, and 3. They were so good, the Russos, in telling stories that they said, hey, you guys got to do all the movies. Then came the Guardians. Especially the first one. Even the second one was good. It wasn't better than the first one, but it was good. Iron Man 3 was watchable. But if you go back and watch Iron Man 3 now, you're going to realize how stupid it was. They should have kept it the original way. The problem is, they couldn't get the rights or whatever to the Mandarin to do it the right way. So what they did was take a cheap way out for the Mandarin and make the Mandarin out to be just a myth. What they corrected that on the Thor Dark World mini episode where they show what happens to the Mandarin once he goes to prison. And the real Mandarin wants to see him. They left that out there as a bonus so that you at the hand of the extremists. Seeing Happy die was supposed to change and do something to Tony to get him back engaged, having Happy die. But it's a good thing they was able to work Happy in and other things. But for the arc of Iron Man 3, when Iron Man was suffering from PTSD, that was good. They worked that in there. But watching or seeing Happy die is what really snapped him out of it and got him back into his group. The child actor that was in Insidious, you know, he was in there. He did a great job. He was a little annoying, but he was the sidekick that Robert Downey Jr. had to play off of. So it was great that they got to work off each other. Because what you wouldn't believe is that Spider-Man and Tobey, what's the name? Not Tobey Maguire, but the new Spider-Man. Can't think of his name right now, but new Spider-Man, as great as they did when they did an audition, when it was time to do the actual shooting scenes for the movie, they were shooting for Civil War. It wasn't coming off right. The test shoot was like awful. Tom Holland, that's it, Tom Holland. So they went back and forth and they got it right. And they just said, look, let's just do it our way. Forget the script. Let's just do it the way, you know, off the cuff. And that's how they did it, and it worked to perfection. The chemistry it was there. It was back again. That's what got him hired. And it was funny because he's told, don't tell anybody that he's Spider-Man. First thing he does is tell people in his school he's Spider-Man, and they don't believe him. Yeah, right, you're Spider-Man. He's like, no, I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but I'm telling you, I'm Spider-Man. They were like, this fool think because he can do a flip that he's Spider-Man. He's, no, I'm Spider-Man. I can't tell you, but I'm telling you, Spider-Man. Couldn't keep the secret. Lord of the Rings, some of them I like. I like Return of the King and the Fellowship of the Ring. It's too much storybook that they got to cut out because there's so much walking in the doggone movie. I'm like, well, doggone it, I'm about to pass out. Somebody get this man a flight with an eagle. Bring that eagle back around. And I'll be like, you can call them eagles whenever you want. What the hell we walking for? Hurry, we must get there. I'll be willing to call that damn eagle back. We'll be there by now, damn. We've been walking around here and talking. Trees walking, trees walking and talking. That's my friend. Oh, I'm upset now. Oh, these trees have been here for years. Stay away. The trees got somebody's doing something. Never saw Lord of the Rings? Well, you kind of saved yourself a lot of time and a lot of rest you gave yourself. Now, I like the next trilogy, which was the prequel. I like them better than the Lord of the Rings. Especially the Desolation of Smaug. The Battle of the Five Armies was a little weak. But it was like we needed to stretch. It really should have been 2 movies, but they stretched it into 3 for the whole Hobbit series. But I know people that like diehard fans of it, like they head over here. Return of the King is great. Now that's a great movie. fight for me. I'll be like, hey man, let's get that damn sword out of my face. Alright man, we'll do it. Ah, there you go. Harry Potter is better than Star Wars. There you go. Now you done bumped your head. Let me start off by saying, the very first Harry Potter movie, this is why I don't like books. Sometimes when you make movies out of books, this is what it is. The books has a lot of details into the plot. And then when you try to write a movie around it, it's a lot of dead scenes in the movie. If you watch the first movie, it's rather damn boring. Nothing happens. Harry Potter does nothing to the actual very end. He wins a doggone game when they're flying around catching a doggone gold flying bee. Other than that, he does absolutely nothing. He knows no spells. He's just a waste of time. And you're trying to figure out what's going on, who's evil, who's not. Then Snape's the hero trying to save him while Voldemort's trying to get some stone out of his pocket. He runs through his body and runs away. Then the Chamber of Secrets, which was the first, to me, good one. It was the darkest Harry Potter probably they ever made. But the Chamber of Secrets was great. I said, man, this is good. This is what they should have kicked off with. This is dark. They got a big chasing Harry around in that sewer, biting him on the arm. The poison going through his veins. I'm like, man, this is what I'm talking about. Kids, man, my sister wouldn't watch Harry Potter. I bought her the damn Harry Potter. I'm like, I bought these movies for you. She's too scared to watch it. Next thing you know, she's all pottered out. Me, the doggone Universal. My first time there to go see the Harry Potter, and then I'm like, I bought Harry Potter for you. You were terrified. Man, right, so I didn't like the first one, and I didn't like the Prisoner of Azkaban or whatever. Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm like, oh, Sirius Black. That's a name. I'm not thinking about the books. People I already know this. I'm hitting people like, man, Sirius Black. What a name. And it's like, yeah, it's in the book. Who's this guy? Oh, man. Sirius Black, man. They got Gary Oldman to play him. Oh, man, he finna tear Harry Potter ass up. Next thing you know, I'm like, he's a good guy? He's his uncle? What the hell is this? What you giving me? This is fluff. You just ruined a great character. Goblet of Fire was next, and that was the best Harry Potter movie ever made. The Goblet of Fire. Woo! When they bring in Voldemort, oh baby, that was it. That was the home run ball there. Even my cousin watched that damn movie. This ain't somebody who watched Harry Potter at all. He was like, yo, you see that? He tells you a side of the movie that if the movie wasn't even about. But that's the movie he saw. Yeah, man. Harry and his homeboy, man, they over there running down these holes. And then this new dude comes in there, he start taking all the holes, and him and Harry like, hell no. Come on, man, these are holes. Harry the king of this damn school. Man, this dude coming in there getting all the holes and stuff, and him and Ron, man, they going around getting holes. This movie live. I'm like, what Harry Potter movie are you watching, man? He's an entirely different movie. I'm like, that was one little subplot that had nothing to do with the whole basis of the movie, really. To him, that was the movie. How dare this new dude come in here? Hey, yo! Side plot, that was the only plot that was going on with my cousin. Whatever side plot, they wrote that just for him. Because he loved that. That was, man, that Harry Potter movie there, that was the livest one. Then the Order of the Phoenix, it was okay. It watchable. They actually had the fight scene with Voldemort and Dumbledore. They had that fight scene in IMAX 3D, and that was amazing. Other than that, everybody else, they weren't going. Ron hated Harry from the very first day he met him. Look, Ron is a hater. That's all that was. Ron, man, he started thinking about Hermione and all that stuff, and Harry. Everybody thought them two was gonna hook up anyway, because we didn't read no books. Ron and her being together just didn't even make. I'm like, they'll be broken up in about 6 months, because Ron gonna drive her crazy. Well, they made Dumbledore gay. If you look at the prequels, now they got him and Johnny Depp character. They were in love. In this new prequel, and now Dumbledore got a brother, Aurelius Dumbledore. Now we don't know what's happening with the third one or how they're gonna finish it. We're just gonna see how it's gonna be done. The second one kind of didn't do what they thought it was gonna do. You know, but it is what it is. I look crazy. I feel $1 million. Don't got it, but I feel like it. I ate some bad pizza yesterday and redecorated Mom's bathroom. She ain't like that too much. And I'm like, this is like when I was a baby. You get to clean up behind me, Mom. Shoot, season 2 wasn't that great for the shot. The way it ended, the last like 4-5 episodes, I was done with the shot. And I'm telling you, this might be the last season. The show is done. I mean, once you take the star off the show, shows don't normally survive without the star character. You know, so it is what it is, man. It's not a good thing. But we'll talk about that later. I gotta get out here and do some things.